Where do we begin, guys? Well, it's shocking. It's difficult for me right now to fathom the words. And I've put this video off all day to try and like gather my thoughts and try and like see the bright side. And literally the only bright side I can see right now is the fact that there's more acts to come, so hopefully they overshadow the shite that was released today. Yeah, there's a couple of acts, you know. Papa Roach, really looking forward to it. Kings of Leon on the final night, I'll be alright at Reading, you know. Would have been better about fucking 5 to 8 years ago, but still. Panic at the Disco and Fall Out Boy are not headliners. Apparently Panic at the Disco are co-headlining with Kendrick. The majority of the lineup is grime and rap right now. I mean, that's the way it's going, and there's been comments on the internet, you know, that rock is dying out and Reading are going the way the music trends are going, but I'd argue that, you know, 10 years ago when you had the likes of Slipknot and Avenged Sevenfold, etc. on the bill, rock was nowhere near the mainstream then anyway, you know. And yet now, with the absence of V-Fest, it seems like Reading want to move into that mainstream kind of niche. It's not even a niche because it's mainstream, and I get it, like it's a new wave of people, you know, it's a lot of 16, 17-year-olds, and if you're not included in this, I apologise by the generalisation, it's just from what I've seen on the Twitter threads and stuff, you know, a lot of the people that are happy, in fact the only people that it would seem that are happy with this lineup do appear to be around the age of 16, 17, you know, they're into all their grime and shit. Unfortunately, grime just doesn't quite work for me. It's not really my thing. But I don't know, Reading were always to me like a rock festival, you know. If you want all grime and rap and shit, you got Wireless for that. You know, if you want like heavy metal, you've got Download. Reading fitted the niche of indie rock kind of genres. Like, at the end of the day, why would Reading go this direction and essentially be, as many people have put on the internet, a B-Tech Wireless? Why not be a fucking PhD in rock and indie rather than being a shitty little B-Tech Wireless? Like, I don't get it. I don't get it. Like, it's bizarre, and obviously it's to sell tickets, but Reading has sold out so many times. They're not having trouble selling tickets, you know. It's really fucking bizarre. I can't get my head around it, and this is literally just me, you know, venting my thoughts, you know. I mean, there was a comment about, you know, 26-year-olds, you like, your time's past, you need to forget about it and go set up a family and let the teenagers have their time, or some fucking bollocks. First of all, I'm 23. Second of all, I don't abide by society's norms. I'm not here to get a 9-5, 40 hours a week, find someone who will moderately put up with me and settle down and coast till my retirement. That's not what I'm about. I'm about making my life as awesome as I possibly can. That's what I'm doing here, and that's what I suggest you guys do too, because you only get one of them, so fucking live it. But the fact that it seems that people of my age, 20, you know, 20 plus, shall we say, or even like people who are into their rock and their indie, it seems like, you know, you are being shoehorned out of the way, and like there is no... Right now, it would appear Reading and Leeds are just, they don't give a fuck. They're just like, right, hopefully this will sell the most tickets possible, and we'll just have to, you know, take the flack from the people that have been coming for years and replace them with roadmen. Just the overall disappointment, like, that has to get back to the PR team. That has to get back to Festival Republic, and I'll be interested to see where they go from here. I can honestly see, unfortunately, that they won't give a shit, and that they will just kind of it's basically put up or shut up, which is fair enough. It's their festival, you know, and they can take it in whatever direction they want. You know, if it's successful for them, then fucking hell, clearly they can see where everything, you know, where the tides are turning and where the market is going, and they're obviously just wanting to jump into that space. But it's a shame. It's a shame, you know. Like I said, you know, for that kind of music, I feel like you've got Wireless, you know. So Reading and Leeds would have been awesome if they'd have stuck to the rock and indie roots. But then there's also talk. Of there being 2 main stages and that there is some more headliners to be announced, but I can't see that. I can't see that happening. So I do believe these are the headliners. I could see maybe like them introducing Raw Blood to co-headline with Fall Out Boy perhaps, but right now, I mean, they've established themselves as the headliner, so on Twitter and stuff, as have Reading and Leeds, so that's now very doubtful. It would appear that my source for Arctic Monkeys was indeed correct. Unfortunately, Foo Fighters are not on there, and they were a very, very, very strong rumour. It is my belief that Foo Fighters have pulled out relatively late, and that is why it has taken so long. I don't think this has been a PR stunt, because they knew this was going to disappoint people. So I don't think this has been a PR stunt. I think that it's been a case of, fuck, Foos have pulled out, we need to do something. Maybe that's when they brought in Kings of Leon. Maybe Foo Fighters were above Fall Out Boy and they've just said, look, can you guys step up to be the headliner at the, you know, the last minute? Not too sure. It's all speculation, of course. But right now I am disappointed, and I think that's quite obvious, it's quite clear. But I'm just trying to, as much as it probably doesn't seem it right now, I am trying to remain optimistic for the rest of the lineup drops. Obviously we don't know the stages and shit. Like I saw Sum 41 on there and Papa Roach and stuff. I can't see them being main stage. I'd like to see like Papa Roach into Sum 41 for like headline in the pit would be sick. But we just have to wait and see. See who's on the NME. Might get some cool headliners for the NME stage, or that could be who Panic at the Disco are. You know, maybe on their headline on the Saturday. Who knows? It's all speculation at the moment, guys. But I can tell the general consensus is pissed off, is disappointed. There's petitions and shit. And yeah, just watched the live stream from this morning. We had nearly 600 people tune in. Absolutely phenomenal. Thank you to everyone who tuned in, by the way. And you know, my reaction is completely transparent. When I saw it, there was a part of me for a split second that said, do I try and sugarcoat this and try to be optimistic about it? But I just thought I need to be transparent and honest, and I was. And to be honest, the reaction looking back at it was actually quite funny. But yeah, this is my thoughts on the whole thing. I don't know if this is coherent or not. I'm not going to edit this too heavily because I feel like I just want to get all this out there. I apologise, it's not too funny. But yeah, it's just kind of been processing this information, and I think a lot of people are just shocked at how underwhelming it is and how they could make everyone wait so long just to deliver such a fucking turd when there's no Glastonbury. Like, this was their chance. This really was their chance. There's no Glastonbury. They could fucking sit right at the top this year, and right now they're really not doing it. So, hey, what are we gonna do? But you know, some of the acts on that bill, some of the grime acts, I was listening to them earlier and listening to the lyrics and stuff, and I was just like, oh my fucking god, oh my fucking god. So yeah, guys, listen, I'm sure it's going to get brighter on, you know, let us know down in the comments, what do you think of this lineup, right? If you think it's great, tell us why. Don't just be like, it's great. Tell us why. If you think it's shit, tell us why. Yeah, just give us as much information as you can as to your thoughts behind it. Who are you really looking forward to seeing? Who do you hope they announce? Are you now not buying a ticket? Are you selling your ticket? Are you going to buy a ticket? Let us know. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it, guys. I'll see you in the next one, which will be tomorrow, 5 o'clock. You know how it is here. Like, share, and subscribe. Bye-bye for now.